India, the land of gods and goddesses, the holy abode of Gautam Buddha. In this land of wonders, there is a place called Odisha, ninth largest state by area and 11th largest per population. It has varied geographical features. With a rich cultural density and a historic treasure, this place is hard to look over. So today, our group is going to present a composition on the esoteric land of Odisha.
The city of Brahmapur in Odisha is also known to have been the capital of Pauravas during the closing years of 4th century AD. Nothing was heard from the Pauravas from about the 3rd century AD because they were annexed by the Yodha Republic, who in turn submitted to the Mauryans. It was only at the end of 4th century AD that they established royalty at Brahmapur after 700 years. The Eastern Ganga dynasty was followed by the Gajapati kingdom. The region resisted integration into Mughal Empire until 1568, when it was conquered by Sultanate of Bengal. Mukunda Deva, who is considered the last independent king of Kalinga, was defeated and was killed in battle by rebel Ramchandra Bhanja. Ramchandra Bhanja himself was killed by Bayezid Khan Karani. In 1591, Mansingh, the governor of Bihar, led an army to take Odisha from the Karanis of Bengal. They agreed of treaty because their leader Kutlu Khan Lohani had recently died, but they then broke the treaty by attacking the temple town of Puri. Mansingh returned in 1592 and pacified the region. The Orissa famine of 1866 caused an estimated 1 million deaths. Following this, large-scale irrigation projects were undertaken. In 1903, the Utkal Sammalani organization was founded to demand the unification of Odia-speaking regions into one state. On 1 April 1912, the Bihar and the Orissa province was formed. On 1 April 1936, Bihar and Orissa were split into separate provinces. The new province of Orissa came into the existence of linguistic basics during the British rule in India with Sir John Ashton Hubback as the governor. Following India's independence on 15 August 1947, 27 princely states signed a document to join Orissa. Most of the Orissa tributary states, a group of princely states, acceded to the Orissa in 1948 after the collapse of the Eastern States Union.
Odisha, formerly known as Orissa, is one of the 29 states of India. Located in the eastern coast, it is surrounded by the states of West Bengal to the northeast, Jharkhand to the north, Chhattisgarh to the west and northwest, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana to the south and southwest. Odia, formerly known as Oriya, is the official and most widely spoken language, spoken by 33.2 million according to the 2001 census.
Odissi dance and music are classical forms. Odissi has a tradition of 2000 years and finds mention in the Natya Shastra of Bharat Muni, possibly written in circa 200 BCE. However, the dance form became nearly extinct during the British period, only to be revived after India's independence by few proponents such as Guru Deva Prasad Das, Guru Pankaj Charan Das, Guru Raghunath Datta and Kerichanan Mohapatta. Odissi classical dance is about the divine love of Krishna and his consort Radha, mostly drawn from the compositions by the notable Odia poet Jayadeva, who lived in the 12th century. Mahari dance is one of the important dance forms of Odisha. Mahari dance originated in the temples of Odisha. History of Odisha provides evidence of Devdasi cult in Odisha. Devdasis were dancing girls who were dedicated to the temples of the Odisha. The Devdasis in Odisha were known as Maharis, and the dance performed by them came to be known as Mahari dance. The Mahari dancers of Odisha are supposed to follow certain restrictions, such as they should dance on the ceremonies connected to the Lord Jagannath. They should adhere to specifications made by the Shastras. They must always wear clean clothes. The dancer cannot be physically handicapped. At the time of performances, the dancers are not supposed to look at their audience.
Odisha has culinary tradition spanning centuries if not millennia. The kitchen of famous Jagannath temple in Puri is reputed to be the largest in the world, with 1,000 shifts working around 752 wood-burning clay harden called chulas to feed over 10,000 people each day. Rasgulla, one of the most popular dessert in India, is an extension of the cuisine of Odisha and West Bengal. It has been enjoyed in Odisha for centuries and neighboring Bengal. Like the well-known rice pudding, kheer is released all over India. In fact, some well-known recipes usually credited to Bengal are of Odishan origin. This is because during the Bengal Renaissance, Brahmin cooks from Odisha, especially from Puri, were routinely employed in richer Bengali households. They were famed for their culinary skills and commonly referred to as Uday Thakur's Odia Brahmin cooks. As a result, many Odia delicacies got incorporated in the Bengali kitchen. Pakhala, a dish made of rice water and yogurt that is fermented overnight, is very popular in summer, particularly in the rural areas. Odias are very fond of sweets, and no Odia repast is considered complete without some dessert at the end. A typical meal in Odia consists of main course and dessert. Typical breads are served as main course for breakfast, whereas rice is eaten with lentils, dals during lunch and dinner. The main course also include one or more curries, vegetables, and pickles. Given the fondness for sweet food, the dessert course may include generous portions of more than a single item. Odia desserts are made of a variety of ingredients with milk, chena, a form of ricotta cheese, coconut, rice, and wheat flour being the most common.
So this was our project pivoting around the land of Odisha. By now, we have covered all the major points and facts about the rich history and culture of Odisha. Our group has worked really hard for this project. This composition was brought to life by Somesh, Siddesh, Sarvesh, and Nayan. I would like to thank Siddesh for the researching and finding out of the information that has been used in this video. I would like to thank Nayan for the ensembling words that he has provided to us by working on the script. I would like to thank Sarvesh for providing with all the visuals and all the key photos and videos necessary to make this project whole. And lastly, I would like to credit myself with the editing and assembly of the video and making it come to life. Thanks to every member for donating their voice for this project, and finally, thanks for watching.